Ether. I got this.
Hey folks, it's ioEther and we're back with some more World Tanks. As you can see, this is Max, and he is going to be playing in his AMX 34 type. Yes, I know it says his name was Rumple Foreskin, but I've known him as Max for a lot longer than I know him as anything else. I may call him Mace occasionally, because again, I've known him as that for a while too. He likes to change his name every year or so. And so, yeah. Anyways, this is obviously a tier 9 game on Fiery Assailant, and this is the tier 9 French tank. Now, as we get into this game, two things, of course. First off, if you want to support the channel, you can go ahead and tell all your friends about it and pull them in, and that is one of the best ways, and that way we get more content such as this or yesterday's Tiger 131 game. Also, the newest thing is I am doing hand-drawn art for Patreons. Only certain Patreons, and only the ones who want to support the channel the most, as kind of the ultimate thank you, right? And that's how I want it to go. Ooh, unfortunate miss on that. T49 gets us hit, but can we get this second shot in? Yes, we can. Now, I do need to note, I have seen this in game in its entirety before, so I may have some interesting foresights and such a time. And the reason for that is I did the entire recording all the way through, including the battle reports, and then figured out my mic was muted. Yeah, we're not going to go into that. T49 comes back for his death, because that's about all that resulted from that. Now, you can sneak into those bushes as a light tank, but either do it at the very start of the game when nobody is over here, or do it when the enemy's light tanks aren't around. And we have a light tank here, which means no one can ever sneak into this bush again without doing it really carefully. If they want to, they could probably come down this line and just glide right in, assuming there was nothing in the middle, as they tried that last 30-foot run. But more times than not, they're going to get spotted as they go for that bush at this point in the game. Now at this point, Max is just going to use this great gun depression and peek over these ridges and just absolutely dominate whoever he decides he wants to. He's actually going to shift over position and pop up over this ridge, and then pop up over this ridge and get into an advanced position. This is a great spot to get into any meme tank in general, because not only are you T54 lightweight on fire, this is a great spot just because you're quite safe from most of the enemy fire, as well as it's a great way to advance on the light enemy targets for your team and just press advantages. You can get some good crossfire down into this part of the map, whereas it's hard to get fire into there from any other part except for maybe the hill. And you can do some really awesome comebacks and awesome victories from here, unless of course you get rammed by a friendly bat chat, get lit, and well, thankfully we didn't get shot, but he's gonna pop over this ridge and just claim the life with that Type 59, who wasn't being nearly careful enough. And now he's looking for another shot, looking for a shot on the PTA. Nope. Yes, he takes a shot on the PTA and gets himself lit just about the same time he takes that shot, and thus pulls it away immediately and manages not to get shot in return. Is that it? No, that's interesting. Didn't know there was a hole there. And this is where he goes AFK. Do I know why he goes AFK? No. Maybe he can tell us, but we're going to speed this up for a little bit as the battle rages on around us. And then, hopefully, there we go. Now he's back. We're going to slow this back down to normal speeds and drop back into fixed camera. As he takes a shot out on the super Pershing, he's going to go ahead and rip this thing into shreds without it being able to pull away. And part of the reason for that is he's making sure to fire into its tracks. and take the tracks off again and again and again, and it just freezes in position. Now this, for some reason, this WZ is firing heat at him, and okay, it's not needed. So WZ is doing something. I think it's actually trying to waggle its turret to try and make it harder to connect an actual shell with it and not just bounce, but it doesn't really do anything, and we still get a great shot in. Unfortunately, we're not able to get the kill on the leopard because he suicides. I don't know why, but he does. Maybe he thought the Batshot was reloading. And speaking of people not paying attention or something, I don't know what this T-49 is doing, but he's going to sit there and stare off to one side as we continue to put shots into him until right about now, when he either wakes up or realizes, ooh, fun time, in which case he just blows away our T-49. Unfortunately for him, he doesn't survive long after that particular point. This is about the same time our pilot realizes the ramming a Type 59 is only going to get you hurt, and then the Chrysler GF goes down, and this is pretty much the end of the game. Now, for some odd and strange reason, there's an FCM up here. I don't understand this. This is not a good spot for an FCM. The middle of the map, or even over here, is a decent spot for the FCM. That's not it. So he's just gonna sit up there and try and live. Unfortunately for him, Max is on scene and he picks up his Top Gun just like that. And now we go over to the battle reports. Mastery Badge, Ace Tanker, Bruiser, Fire for Effect, High Caliber, and the Top Gun. Look at that job. He does actually manage to pick up both FCMs. Does he get both Type 59s as well? Is that 2 pair? Does that count for something? Does he get some cool bonus for killing 2 pairs of things? Only missing 1 shot, and that was his very first shot. So it was like his warm-up shot. After that, he didn't miss anything else and penned all of them for almost 5,600 damage. And look at that, some spine damage in there as well, because why not when you're doing this good? Makes a ton of credits for a non-premium tank and a decent amount of experience. Thank you so much, Max, for sending this in. This was a great game and a ton of fun to watch and a ton of fun to record twice. I will see you all next time. Please do support the channel with either telling your friends, or you can head on over to my Patreon and take a look into that hand-drawn stuff for the patrons who really want to support the channel. Thank you all for watching. Have a great night. This is ioEther out.